And welcome back to the Art of Dating YouTube channel. I'm your host, Yashika Foster, affectionately known as the Artist of Dating. Today we are talking about dating in survival mode. And I know many of you are like, okay, exactly what is dating in survival mode? Let me explain. Sometimes we go about dating and it's almost as if we're waiting and holding back how much we're willing to give the other person, right? So, it's almost like you have this wall up because you know that eventually the hammer may fall. And when I say the hammer may fall, like things may not go the way you want them to go. So therefore, you start to date in survival mode. Dating in survival mode is like you're resisting giving someone your all, right? And if you're not giving them your all, then I ask you, how will they really get to know you to see if they really want to rock with you to the end? Because see, when we date in survival mode, what we're really saying is that we are afraid of getting hurt, which I understand that. But also we're saying that we're not willing to let down our guard or be vulnerable to the person that we're actively dating. And so when you think about it, how is that really fair to the person that you're trying to establish a relationship with? Dating in survival mode, right? How is that fair to them? What usually happens when people date in survival mode, they have this 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the relationship type of mentality. So this can look like having more people that they're talking to, right? Almost like they got one just back there just in case things don't work out the way they plan, or not being open and honest about many things, or not giving a person a full answer to a question, right? It's like you kind of like, well, they say, well, where you been? Well, I was just over there and over here, just doing some errands. It's like you're trying your best not to give them all parts of you because you're trying to hold back for fear of being hurt. And I get it. I do. I 100% get it. But here's the problem with that. Just like I said a minute ago, when you do this, you do not allow a person that you're dating to get the full you. It's like you're waiting. It's almost like I have a thing with people who are married and have separate accounts. To me, dating in survival mode is like that. In other words, you're preparing yourself just in case. Yes, life does happen. Yes, I get it. I'm a person who's been divorced twice, married and divorced twice. So I understand stuff happens. But I also knew that even from my first marriage going into my second marriage, I could not date him or marry him the same way that I dated and married allow the things from my first marriage to come over to my second marriage. For example, the bank account, right? My first husband wasn't really well with our money, more or less my money, right? So when I met my second husband, that wasn't something that I held against him because of what my first husband did. I can't penalize him for something someone else did. So I went into that knowing that the same thing could happen again, but I was not willing to sacrifice this relationship because of something that someone else did to me. I was going to give my second husband a fair shot at me and a fair shot of us, or a fair shot at us. You know what I mean? And I wasn't going to come in reserved. I wasn't going to come in holding back for fear. I was not going to come in and not allow him access to me the way that he was entitled to. And so when people date in survival mode, that's more or less what they're doing. They are reserving themselves for fear because of something that someone else done to them. And that's not fair. That's not fair. So when we date, make sure that you're not dating in survival mode, because survival mode will ruin a good thing, right? Survival mode will cause you to leave a relationship and then realize that you made a foolish mistake, and now you're trying to go back and see if you can rekindle that relationship or rebuild that relationship, but yet the person still feels as that you're not being completely honest with them. They feel as though you're still hiding some things. And so because of it, they may not be in the same place and space that they were before when you guys were in a relationship or working towards a relationship. Because see, when they were trying to be vulnerable, you were not. So for that, they have lost trust. So when you are out here dating, make sure you are not dating in survival mode. Whatever someone did to you, you let that person be responsible for it. You don't take that baggage and take it over to another relationship. You don't punish somebody else for something that someone else did, right? You don't do that. So leave it over there. Do not date through survival mode. If you meet a person and you feel as though that person is worth you being vulnerable with, sharing your life with, all parts of your life with, and you can see you guys making it towards the next step in the process of forever, then why not give that person a chance? That's what I say. Because you never know. You never know. People are not made the same. People are not built the same. You can take two people that were raised in the same household. They're going to look at life differently than the other person. You can take two people who are twins. One person is still going to react differently than another person in a situation. No two people are alike. So understand that. Yeah, do people have certain traits that are more or less known throughout particular things? Absolutely. Like, I'm a person that believes in zodiac signs. I believe that certain zodiac signs, there's just certain things that I know they're going to do. Now, this isn't to say that I'm predicting the behavior of all individuals, but I believe that when I'm dating someone or I'm getting to know someone, I do take a close look at their zodiac signs, right? Because I just use it as a reference, right? Because again, I'm not trying to say that, one Gemini did me wrong, so therefore all Geminis will do me wrong, or one Aries did me wrong, therefore all Aries will do me wrong, right? My ex-husbands. Okay, so I want you guys to remember that when you're dating and you find yourself bringing over stuff from another relationship, and then if you're dating in survival mode, take a second, regroup, go back to the drawing board and ask yourself, is this person worthy of the next step or you giving your all to them? And if they are, then give them a chance. That's all I'm asking. Give them a chance, because you never know where it may lead. You never know. So give them a chance and stop dating in survival mode. If you are new here, make sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.